So I do want to talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm out here having my cigarette, and I always wonder about what can we do different in the community, as far as the gay community, Hispanic, African American, and even the white community. Like, what can we do different right now? Living in Kansas, I've been out here and I've had a great, I was able to successfully meet my goals and do a lot of stuff in my own part in the community and stuff like that. And I look like what I look like tonight. But I do want to have this conversation because I do feel like, how do I say this? In the Midwest, it feels like it's a lot of lack of communication. And it feels like the community right here is so much concentrated on not just drugs, but it's concentrated on sexuality and it's concentrated on hookups. And it's like out here, there's really nothing that people do differently, not for themselves, but it's always that common understanding. And it's just like, what can we do different to kind of pave a way or make a ripple in the waves to just change what's happening out here in the community of, I live in Kansas, and Kansas is not one of those communities where you can meet somebody, you can meet individuals and actually have conversations with them, or have these talks about, hey, could we do a movement? Just because everybody on the same page, everybody has this common understanding where it's like we meet each other, and if people understand, like, hey, they get into the whole hookup things and they get into the whole agenda of meeting guys and being with individuals that are not for the community, it's acceptable, to hook up with a down low guy. And then it's like, yes, we have the clubs, yes, we have the bars, but it's just like, what are they doing out here, because I'm from Florida. In Florida, we have people we can look up to. We have drag queens, we have gay mothers, and we have a community that, even though people are doing this part, you still can meet somebody, you still can have a um, conversation with people that can stimulate the mind. So what are we doing out here in the Midwest that we can do differently? What are we doing out here in the Midwest that we can do differently? Because I can't go live because my page is not that popular, and that's okay. But at the same time, I'm trying to like push the note and trying to be an advocate for the whole community out here in Kansas, because this is just one state. But when it comes to the Midwest, it's a lot of stuff that individuals are not understanding. And then when you talk to them, it's like, oh, you're talking too deep. Oh, what you're saying is not something that anybody is willing or capable of trying to do, Let me go out here. Maybe I can do a little video, Let me go to my glam room real quick. I'll go to my glam room. It's a little bit of a mess tonight, but let me go to my glam room and let me put on the charger so I can talk the talk and say what I want to say, because I want to go on YouTube and I want to have these conversations and definitely understand that at the end of the day, people are going to have opinion. But when they have their opinion, I want to ask, like, what is your mind frame? What is your mentality as to what you're doing differently out here, And that's my doggy, Max. Hey, Max. Max, say hi to them. Say hi to Live. Hey, Live. That's Max. He's a little spoiled brat. But that's Max. I do want to have this conversation, and I want to go on live today. Hopefully, I can just put this video back on my blog, because I want to start this blog, and I want to make this not about me. I want to make this about what we can do as a community, Um, it's a lot of stipulations and it's a lot of stuff that is happening that I don't think anybody's talking about, And when I say nobody's talking about it, that just means that nobody's doing nothing about it. And I kind of want to be able to help the community out here and kind of do something different, and kind of change the notation of it. And Kansas has a lot of potential. I would say that, there's really good people out here, and there's really individuals out here in the community that can actually do good things, and actually can speak for themselves and help the help this process of becoming these individuals in the community that we can also do a lot of stuff in this whole situation. The reason why I want to talk about it is because, okay, y'all can see me a little better. I'm a Puerto Rican that moved out here to Kansas. And not just an individual that moved out here to Kansas from Florida, but, I was raised in places in Florida that was basically the hood, raised in a place where I seen a lot of fucked up shit. If I can say that, things in that community that kind of was not good, from police to, prejudiceness and individuals that I was raised in Florida, growing up young 20-year-old with my friends that were African American, and we all kind of dealt with so much stuff growing up in Florida. So as a individual that moved out here at like what, 29 years old, now I'm 31 years old or 29 years old. I came out here at a certain age. I've done a lot in my process of getting my life together. However, I feel like we got a lot of work to do. Like out here in the Midwest, the community, they don't have no advocates. They don't have anybody that can fight for them. They don't have nobody to look up to. The new generation is only doing what everybody else is doing when it comes to like the drug, when it comes to the sex, when it comes to the hookup. That's just what everybody's doing out here. And I don't think that's the last resort. I feel like we need to have some type of understanding, or we need to have some individuals that talks to them. They can confirm, they can come to and actually feel like, hey, we can change things in this community, and that's not the end of what you have to do. This is not what it means to be gay in the state of Kansas. This is not what it means to be gay in the Midwest. So I think I'm speaking to the people just to say that, like, I want to change things here. I want to make a movement on my own. However, it takes more people. It's power in numbers. It's power in numbers. It's power in more people being part of the situation. So I do want to put this video, and I will put this video as part one. However, my blog is so deep. It's so deep because it's like what's happening right now with the African American community and the movement that they're doing, my brothers and my sisters, because I will always say that because I was raised in that spectrum. I was raised like everybody I've met, everybody I've known, like they've been treated wrong for so many years, and I can put my part of me being a Hispanic to the side to say that y'all do have it harder. However, it feels like in this community where I'm at in Kansas, not just the LGBTQ, but in the community where it's African Americans out here trying to do it, it is a little easier because of the cost of living. But at the same time, it's just like nobody's doing nothing out here in Kansas. Nobody's trying to raise the notation. Nobody's trying to build community. Nobody's trying to do nothing for the homeless. And it bothers me, and I'm doing my part. Trust me, I'm doing my part. I'm starting a business really soon, and I would love for you guys to follow my journey in that process. However, I don't hear some stuff over there. But however, it just feels like we're in demand. Kansas is in demand. And it's not just demand about what we can do and how things have to change. We're in demand in the same token of, hey, this been going on for who knows how long. I moved out here in 2018, and it's already a lot. It's already a lot of situation that, people are I really think there's a need out here, and I do think that we need more people out here that's gonna be leaders and gonna be more advocate. You know, people ask me about my hair, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I do with my hair. It's Cantu shea butter for natural hair, moisturizing curl activator cream. This is what one of the stuff I use, and it just helps my hair, and it keeps my hair slick, shiny, and it helps my scalp and everything. So that's what I use. So my YouTube channel is all gonna be about, as much as nobody want to hear it, advocacy. We need to lift each other up. We need to do something. Somebody has to lead. Not just the nation's gonna be led by whatever's the president, but every place, every state, every city, every county needs somebody to lead that area, lead that nation, lead that county, lead that city. And I want to be something that can start that, you know. But I don't have enough people that's partnering with me. People out here don't even believe in their own self. Much less are they going to believe in the bigger picture of what we can do for the community. And to me personally, it is sad. But it's also one of those things that we have to understand that I'm asking for my brothers and my sisters. I'm asking for my Hispanic. I'm asking for my African Americans, you know, my black friends, my black sisters, my Hispanic friends, my Hispanic sisters. Like, I do feel like we need to build this channel to understand that there is a demand. You know, it's not just happening in states and states. Like, those states that are very popular, they have this fight that they were putting up out there, you know, and it's because a lot of people tired of the shit. But out here is like in the Midwest, who's gonna be tired of it? Who's gonna fight this battle? Because nobody wants to have a conversation to be like, hey, Andre, when you start that, I'm with you. I don't have that out here. And I feel like I move out here and I believe in this state, and I love that, you know, I was able to find my own self and do a lot for myself and build this platform. However, like, I always help out other people because here is very respectable. It's very loving because a lot of people out here, they get in tune to who they are. However, there is this conversation that is like the community out here, the gay community, is very much lost. It's one of those things that it's like you go out and you see what's going on and you're just like, wow, who's leading the state? Who's out here advocating for the community? Yes, I get it. Well, why don't you do it? Of course, I'm going to say that in my comment, but I can do it. But I'm going to say that I need some help. I need some conversation and I need some understanding and following that can be like, I'm in this with you. Hey, I'm in the state of Kansas, Andre. How can I help? How can I do more? Can I build a fundraiser, me personally, and you guys can be a part of it, you know? I don't know how to say this, but I want to go to the council. I want to go to the city hall. I build a business, so I know what it takes to deal with these kind of scenarios and understand that process to build a business. So if I can do that on my own, I can kind of help advocate for the fucking city and the state. I know Florida. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and we have advocates and we have people that are actually fighting for their rights. Here, I don't know who's doing it. And if there's people doing it, hey, message me. How can I be a part of that cause and be a voice to the LGBTQ community? How can I help that part? Because I want to help that. African American community, I definitely want to help that. Anything you see on my social media, like, you guys can follow me. Andre Hernandez on Facebook. Yes, I get kicked out because I speak my mind against a lot of stuff that they don't want to hear. And then, you know, I have my TikTok, and it's all about comedy. It's all about my personality coming out because I have a big personality. You know, the DA comedian Andre. That's just what it is. DA comedian Andre, Andre. But it's just like, I'm just seeking people. I'm on YouTube, but I want to seek individuals that, hey, I want to be part of this. How can I help you, Andre? Or can I build this together? Or if somebody has that platform already, can I be part of that to help the cause? Out here, these youngins, these individuals like 18, 19, 20 years old are already doing dope, already doing all kinds of drug. You know, they call it ice, you know, meth. They're doing everything, and they're like in the street, and they're being kicked out. Not just they're dealing with their family, being that they have to be removed from that process, and the mom and the dad is just excluding them out of the household. Well, when they go to the community, they have to deal with this part too, because the community is so concentrated on drugs and stuff like that. And it's just like, who's helping leading the youth out here in Kansas? Nobody. It's not here. It's not happening. So I want to do this video just to say, and I'm going to go ahead and title it what it is. Kansas needs help for the LGBT. They need it. And I want to do my part, but I think I need to use my platform that I don't have much of it to talk about this conversation that nobody wants to have. Let's talk about it. Let's get to this place where I can be like 10 years from now, wow, the community is doing better. Wow, they have a home, a safe haven for these youth, these gay kids that are dealing with all this situation. They don't have any leadership. They don't have anything to go by. Let's talk about it. And if you guys can help me, help me. I won't even talk about Cash App or none of that, because everything I'm going to do is going to be out of my pocket. I build a business. So I do want to help not just the homeless, because the homeless process is very kind of crappy out here too. But the LGBTQ community is very one-sided. It's one-sided. It's just like, hey, this is what it is. You do this, you hook up, and then you do this, or you get into drugs, or you do this, or they get brought out by pimps. Like, I've spoken to the youth, and it's very sad. I don't think anybody's speaking for Kansas. Nobody mentioned on the news anywhere about Kansas and the LGBT community. They need help. Follow me. Watch my video. Message me. What can I do to help? And I will find a plan for this city of Wichita. But Kansas is a bigger state. But if I have to lead the state, I can lead the state. But let's start with Wichita, because that's where I've been. Let's do this. Let's get things changed. Let's work on this. Let's fight, I'm willing to fight with senators. I'm willing to show my face when it comes to fighting anything we can put out there to the legislation. Anything I can do. Like, here's my thing. I hated history, but as I got older, I had to learn about politics. I had to learn about everything that it takes to become president, what you do to vote, what you do to get to here, Civil War, learn about the American history. And I've learned that by myself, independently wanting to learn that. However, I think we need to talk about this. And I'm putting this in a 20-minute video. See how it does? I'm going to do another video tomorrow. But we gotta like understand that all these states that we all focuses on because they're popular and all these celebrities, all these bloggers are talking about it, those aren't the only states. We got Kansas. We got Oklahoma. We have all these Midwest cities and states that need an advocate. They need help badly. And nobody's talking about it. I'm talking about it. Me, Andre Hernandez. My actual name is Raphael, but my nickname is Andre. Let's talk about this. Let's have this conversation. Because if we don't talk about this and I don't get individuals to help this, it's just going to stay where it's at. It's going to stay stagnant. It's going to stay stagnant. Nobody's going to help the community. I want to help the community. And I'm putting myself forward to make a change. Are you with me? Are you with me? Or are you not worried about it? If you're not worried about it, you don't want a whole nation to be good because you only worry about all those cities and states that you live in. Let's understand that this state needs help. 20-minute video. I'm cutting off tonight, right now. Thank you guys for listening. Who are listening? Thank you for the viewers. But let's make Kansas a place of peace, and let's make it a place that the community can actually have outlets to go to, because it's very important. Thank you guys for listening, and I appreciate you guys' love. Have a good night.